7 Action News at 7 starts right now.
Guilty on all counts. A jury convicting the mother of the Oxford school shooter in a groundbreaking decision.
It was a long time coming, but it's definitely a step toward the accountability like what we've been talking about.
Parents in the Oxford community reacting to the verdict. What it means to them as they continue to cope with shock and grief more than 2 years after the deadly attack. Plus, with the unprecedented case now decided, we're hearing from legal experts about what this verdict means for the shooter's father, due to stand trial next month. Tonight we're following the historic conviction of the Oxford school shooter's mother, Jennifer Crumbley, becoming the first parent to be held criminally responsible for a school shooting committed by their child. After deliberating for 11 hours, a jury finding her guilty on all 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 1 count for each student killed in the November 2021 tragedy. Sentencing guidelines say that Jennifer Crumbley could be sentenced to up to 15 years in prison. Michigan law would limit a 15-year sentence to 10 years behind bars. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig was in the courtroom when the verdict came in, and she breaks down this unprecedented trial.
I could see some of the jurors wiping away tears as the verdicts were read. They certainly had a lot on their shoulders, giving some justice to so many families.
On count 1 of involuntary manslaughter as to Madison Baldwin, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. On count 2 of involuntary manslaughter in regards to Tate Muir, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Lives hung in the balance, and we took that very seriously. The thing that really hammered it home is that she was the last adult with the gun. On count 3, as to involuntary manslaughter regarding Hannah St. Juliana, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. And in count 4 of involuntary manslaughter against Justin Schilling, we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter. The
father of Justin Schilling on the verdict.
It was a long time coming, but it's definitely a step toward the accountability like what we've been talking about. It's kind of been our goal the whole time.
One thing that continued to resonate throughout the trial was the shooter's state of mind, a very troubled teen who in his journals wrote that he asked his parents for help, but writing that my parents don't listen.
You don't deny that in April of 2021, you described your son as being depressed.
I didn't describe him as being depressed. I noticed that he was acting depressed.
You used the word depressed.
Yes, he was acting sad. He was acting depressed.
I asked Justin Schilling's father what he would say to Jennifer Crumbley.
You wouldn't have to go through any of this if you would have just done your job as a parent. You have to adhere to the warning signs from your children.
It appears the jury zeroed in on Jennifer Crumbley and her son going to the shooting range just 4 days before the murders. The jury noting that Jennifer Crumbley was the last adult with a gun. On the stand, Crumbley claimed storing it was her husband's job.
And you don't deny that he wrote in his journal that he now had access to the 6-hour 9mm handgun.
I do not deny that.
Today's guilty verdicts on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter is another step in the 2-year-long journey for the families of Justin, Madison, Hannah, and Tate getting justice and accountability.
Do your due diligence with your child. It is your choice to have a child, and you cannot choose to not take care of your child. You cannot choose to not nurture your child. You cannot choose to take your own interest over your child, especially when it comes to mental health.
Jennifer Crumbley will be sentenced in April. Her husband's trial on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter also is set to take place next month. In Pontiac, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
In Oxford, parents have been closely following this trial. Today we talked to a mother whose child was inside the school during the mass shooting. She says she felt relieved to learn the verdict.
I hope it tells parents that they need to, she said things like, I didn't look at their text messages. Your 13 and 14-year-olds, look once in a while. We're not saying you have to put a mic on them and follow them everywhere, but you really need to be on top of it.
Oakland County Executive Dave Coulter releasing a statement on the guilty verdict, saying his heart remains with the families of Madison Baldwin, Tate Muir, Hannah St. Juliana, and Justin Schilling. Coulter says, quote, while their pain and grief can never be diminished, the guilty verdict is a strong signal and an important step toward accountability. The shooter's father, James Crumbley, is set to go to trial next month. He's also accused of failing to act on the warning signs leading up to that mass shooting. One attorney tells us that the conviction of Jennifer Crumbley makes her husband's case more difficult to defend.
I think he has a difficult road. We saw the evidence. We saw what came out, and it's difficult. I think it will be difficult for him.
The new trial also means a new jury pool. Attorney Todd Flood says it will be challenging to find impartial jurors. That trial is expected to start March 5th. Stay with 7 Action News as we follow the latest on the landmark guilty verdict. We'll be in court when Jennifer Crumbley learns her sentence. You can find our coverage right here on 7 and on WXYZ.com. A scare at school today as a lockdown lasts hours at Dearborn High School after a shell casing was found in the building. Officers were called to the school around 8:30 a.m. this morning. Michigan State Police and the ATF responded and swept the school. They found no further threats. Classes resumed around noon. Investigators are still working to learn how the shell casing got into the school. Turning now to weather, we'll take a live look outside over downtown Detroit. Some clouds will be moving back into the picture tonight following a day filled with sunshine. Chief Meteorologist Dave Rexroth tracking when those clouds could start dropping some rain. Dave?
Yeah, exactly. They come in tonight as high clouds, not weather makers, not a big deal. It'll be a little while later in the week that we have to think about the rain. 37 in Detroit. 39 in Howell. It's already dropped to 34 in Ann Arbor and 32 in Mount Clemens. So the dry air that allowed us to warm up with the sunshine is cooling down pretty quickly here. These are high clouds coming in this evening and tonight and some tomorrow as well. It'll be partly sunny, but it's dry through Thursday. But then Thursday night and Friday, look for some showers around here. Record high temperatures at the end of the week. It's not just one, but two and in the same day. I was confused too. I'll tell you how it works out. Come up in just a little bit.
Okay, Dave, thank you. Right now, police in Auburn Hills are asking for your help to find a missing mother and her 1-month-old baby. Amanda Prowell-Smith and her daughter Eliza were last seen on Friday night. Home security footage shows Amanda carrying her baby as she walked away from their apartment complex on South Boulevard around 8 p.m. on February 1st. Auburn Hills police say Amanda has a long history of mental illness and isn't capable of taking care of the child.
We don't believe at this point in time that Amanda intends to harm the child. We just feel that based on her mental illness that she's unable to care for the child.
Anyone who has seen Amanda or her baby in recent days is asked to call 911 immediately. Police say the little girl was born in the apartment, has no documented birth record, and has never been seen by a doctor. 2 of Prowell-Smith's children have previously been taken into custody by CPS. All right, still ahead on 7 Action News at 7, Detroit celebrating a change to its skyline. We're getting a first look inside the new apartment building where Joe Louis Arena once stood. But first, bringing film production back to Michigan. Why lawmakers say timing is critical as they propose new incentives for the industry. Michigan lawmakers want to get filmmakers working in our state again. Former Governor Rick Snyder eliminated the program in 2015, making Michigan one of 10 states without a film incentive program. Well, newly proposed legislation in Michigan's House aims to bring back major projects to the state. One bill would restore film tax credits. A second bill would restore an income tax credit. The legislation was the focus of a House committee hearing this morning.
The worst thing we can do now is just not try and allow Michigan to fall further behind the rest of the nation on this.
There's no reason why Michigan, if we do this right, can't have it here in Michigan too. We do have the scenery, there's no doubt about it. It's making sure we incentivize folks to stay here.
Lawmakers behind the legislation say they saw overwhelming enthusiasm from the industry in today's hearing, with 66 letters of support. Detroit is celebrating the grand opening of apartments at the Water Square building. It's the 25-story building on the riverfront at the site of the former Joe Louis Arena. And people lucky enough to score rooftop terrace apartments there will get beautiful views of the city.
Well, for the first time in decades, we are witnessing the redrawing of the skyline of the city of Detroit.
Mayor Duggan says the 25-story, 500-unit apartment building is a sign of how far Detroit has come from bankruptcy. He says the parcel of land the building is located on was given away to a creditor back in 2014. The first residents at Water Square are moving in this week. A studio apartment starts at $2,000 a month. Okay, the best water in Michigan isn't too far away. Coming up, we head to Chelsea to learn what makes the city's drinking water so amazing. Already awarded the title of Best Drinking Water in Michigan, the city of Chelsea is on its way to be voted as the nation's best. 7 Action News reporter Faraz Javed took a sip for himself to find out what makes the water so special.
Agricole Farm Stop is a little specialty grocery store located in downtown Chelsea.
Would you like a bag for these?
Wendy First is one of the cashiers here.
Hey, how can I help you?
What is Chelsea known for?
Well, I would say if you turn around and look at Jiffy.
With the Jiffy Mix plant across the street, a customer at the store, Dustin Southernmeyer, says the city has more to offer.
I've lived all over the country, and this by far is the coolest community ever.
And now folks in Chelsea have another reason to celebrate. The city's drinking water has been voted the best tasting in the state by the Michigan Rural Water Association.
Chelsea was one of the first places I lived in where I didn't need to filter my water.
Around 15 rural Michigan cities competed to represent the state in a national competition, the Great American Water Taste Test.
So this year is the 25th anniversary of the taste test, and it is a chance to showcase that rural water is just as good as city water.
Now drinking water from 41 states, including Michigan's Chelsea, heads to Washington, D.C., where out of the 5 finalists, judges will pick the nation's best.
The water is judged in 3 areas, and it is judged on clarity, bouquet, which is smell, and then taste.
What makes Chelsea's drinking water amazing? Reverse osmosis.
With the goal to taste the water, I went directly to the source, the Chelsea Drinking Water Treatment Plant. The facility's superintendent, Corey Davis, says the water is sourced from wells.
Technically, we soften the water, but we just remove the minerals, and then we blend a special blend, we call it, of minerals back into the water, which gives it that taste.
The plant serves a population of 5,700, pumping 500,000 gallons per day during the winter and about 1.2 million gallons per day during the summer.
All right, Corey, so what does Chelsea's drinking water taste like?
It tastes great. Why don't you try it for yourself?
Let's do this. All right, while Corey's pouring me a glass of water, remember, the Great American Water Taste Test winner will be announced tomorrow. Corey's excited, the city's excited, and they'll be posting the results on their social media page. But first, I gotta do this. This is refreshing.
It is.
In Chelsea, I'm Faraz Javed, 7 Action News.
All right, Faraz, we'll drink to that. And moving on to weather now, live look at Campus Martius. We got to see the sun today. Dave, can you believe it? And how long is this going to last?
I think it's less sun tomorrow, but still some, and the temperatures keep going up, which is really nice. When you get the sunshine and the air is relatively dry like it was today, it shoots right up. So we got in the mid-40s a lot of spots, but we've already cooled off to 37 here because, again, the humidity is pretty low at 57%. Just barely a south wind at 3, so no wind chill concerns here this evening. Not much of that an issue overnight either. So lots of spots around 34, 35, 36, 37. It's cooler in Mount Clemens at 32. Same thing in Windsor there. And already down to 31 in Monroe. On the east side, where it's coolest now, it was coolest during the day because we had a little touch of an east wind off the lakes. But we look to the northwest. Minneapolis is at 48 while we're at 37. They were in the mid-50s today while we're in the mid-40s. And almost always, when it's warmer in Minneapolis than here, we will warm up and we'll do that. Even though it's not as much sunshine tomorrow, we'll get a little warmer still. So nice and clear skies. These are some high clouds starting to come back in. If you look way at the top of your TV set there, a little bit of action across the UP in terms of a couple sprinkles or a few flakes, but that's not coming this way. So watch on Futurecast. These are high clouds. This is midnight tonight, so they start streaming a little bit. This is through the day tomorrow till 7 o'clock. Nothing going. A nice day, even warmer than today. And then here we stop at Thursday at 6 o'clock, and there's a little narrow band, pretty concentrated narrow band going through Thursday evening. Overnight into Friday, this is a couple of scattered showers, and then we go into Friday, maybe a leftover little light shower in the afternoon. The point is that's the next rain, and we keep building our temperatures until that goes past. So on Friday, yes, some showers, but also some big time temperatures. I'll show you in just a second. 28 Lapeer tonight, 27 in Detroit for a low, 27 in Port Huron, even cooler still in Ann Arbor at 26. So when you can warm it up quickly, you can also cool it off quickly with that dry air. And then tomorrow, partial sunshine, very mild, 47 in Detroit, Howells at 49, Adrian at 49, 45 in Mount Clemens as we go along. So when we get to Friday, Thursday we're not going to set a record high, but Friday I've got a forecast at the record high level of 56 set back in 2001, so we can get one record out of that. And then the highest low temperature on Friday is 44 back in 1881, and I've already got 46 forecasts for that. So we can get two records on the high end in the same day on Friday with a couple of showers. Not a bad weekend either, with temperatures holding in the 40s.
Sounds great. I'm afraid all the flowers are going to start popping up. Okay, homeowners in Birmingham coming together trying to stop a city commission proposal. Coming up, the compromise reached on a construction plan that was set to kill off hundreds of historic trees. Tonight at 10 on TV 20, a campus game changer. The new vending machine at Western Michigan University that's making some students feel right at home. And tonight on 7 Action News at 11, daily dose of cinnamon, the benefits it could have on controlling a life-threatening health problem. The Birmingham City Commission is changing plans for a controversial road construction project. The city wanted to add sidewalks on Arlington Street and Shirley Road, which would mean narrowing the streets and tearing out hundreds of trees. Homeowners there were strongly opposed to the plan. In a meeting last night, city commissioners voted to move forward with water, sewer, and road repairs, but will not tear out sidewalks. Commissioners also voted to add Brandon Street to this plan. All right, listen up. Usher heading back on the road. He just announced his Past, Present, Future tour with a stop in Detroit. He's performing at Little Caesars Arena on September 12th. Pre-sale tickets go on sale tomorrow morning, with general sales beginning next Monday. And Creed is bringing their Are You Ready tour to Little Caesars Arena on November 20th. It's an extension of the rock band's sold-out tour due to overwhelming demand. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. I guess what was old is new again.
There you go.
Bringing it back. Thanks for joining us for 7 Action News at 7. We'll see you at 10 on TV 20 Detroit and right back here at 11. Have a great evening.